I think we would be very excited to have that kind of autonomy. I remember when I was on space station, the way we do our schedule on space station is there's some things that cannot be moved in the schedule. And it has to do with those kinds of repairs that I discussed earlier, where engineers need to be there, or if you're performing science experiments where the scientists need to be there to interact with you. But there are a lot of things on our space station schedule that are movable. And when I was on space station, I looked at my schedule every morning, and I looked at what the ground laid out, and the things that were not movable, I left, but everything else I moved around to make it more efficient for me to work. Because I was there, and I know how I work, and I know how I can do things most efficiently based on my understanding of the procedures and the tasks that the ground wanted me to do that day. And so you have a lot of people who are already doing that. It's a certain level of autonomy that we have slowly built into the space station program and how we work there. That's even beyond the shuttle. When you work on the shuttle, and this was actually very challenging for me on this last flight, was to get back into shuttle mode. They have a timeline that's very, very well defined in 5-minute increments, and the ground is expecting you to do these things when the timeline comes up, because the mission, as I mentioned, they're so short, they're highly choreographed, and you've got to be lockstep with the ground. It was hard for me to get back in that mode, quite frankly, after being on space station, where I could, to a limited degree, control my schedule. So we've already started as a group, not just the astronauts, we've already started as a group trying to move in that direction. The other thing we've done is institute this task list, or job jar, if you will, on space station. So if I had some free time after I rearranged my schedule and got done the things that I needed to get done, I could go to the job jar. I could pick out some things that needed to be done, and I could do them. So that was the ground sort of helping us be a little bit more autonomous just by filling in the job jar. Now we need to go a step further. The farther we get away from Earth we get, the more autonomous we need the tactical work to shift on board. But there are things we have to learn to manage yet that we don't, that the ground does. For example, the power systems. There's X amount of kilowatts available, and so they have to turn things off and turn things on in order to balance that. You talk balance about what the solar batteries are collecting versus what the batteries are storing, so that you have the right amount of charge available on the dark side of the planet when the batteries aren't collecting energy, or the solar arrays aren't collecting energy. So there's these subtle things like this that the ground takes care of that we don't, and that all goes into planning our day. And so that's a big challenge right there, is how much of that autonomy do you move to the crew, and really do you move it to the crew, or does the system, you design smart systems on the spacecraft that can do some of that in the background and just give you a warning when you're reaching some of these limits. So there's a lot of evolution that still has to go along the path of how we design the vehicles, which in the end does affect how we operate them. So they have to be synergistically developed together.